G'day guys, it's Jezza here. Welcome to Bushbound. Today I'm giving you a tour of my 105 Series Landcruiser. So this is a 2001 105 Series Landcruiser. It is the 1HZ diesel non-turboed engine, so it is slow. It is called a 1H dead by a lot of people because it has no power pretty much. A very, very sluggish engine, very slow, but the flip side is it's very, very reliable. This car's done 402,000 Ks with no major issues, done really well. I've done heaps of camping trips, done heaps of four-wheel drive trips. Had it for 2.5 years now, 3 years almost I think, and yeah, it's just been such a solid car. It's done everything I've asked it to do, so yeah, really, really happy with it. So today I'm going to be showing you a few of the mods I've done on the Cruiser, what I do for my 12 volt, what I do for my camping setup, just to give you an idea, and maybe to give you some inspiration as well for your own rig. So let's get into it. So a lot of the mods in this car were already done when I first bought it. Stuff like the snorkel, that was already on it when I got the car. The bull bar was already on it when I got the car. The winch at the front was already on it when I got the car, but I will talk a bit about them. So snorkel, yep, it's a snorkel, you know how they work. So you can go underwater about that high and it'll be fine. Sweet as. Bull bar, it's a TJM bull bar, really, really solid. Being in Australia, I've hit a lot of roos, a few pigs, a few sheep, a few goats, and yeah, it's been a solid bull bar, hasn't bent anywhere, held up really well. The winch I've got is just a rope winch. You can see there. It's a TJM one as well. If you look in there, you can see it is 9,500 pounds, 5.5 horsepower. So, and that winch has been fine for me. It is on the lesser side, I guess. You can get winches these days that pull a lot more than that, but this winch is big enough to pull this whole car, which weighs 2.2 tons. Pulls this whole car out of bogs. I've pulled other cars with it, pulled myself. Yeah, it's been fine. Pretty decent winch. Spotlights in the front are the two Titan ones. They were there when I bought it as well. They're great as well. They've got more spread than distance, which is what you want in Australia. You don't need to see 2 Ks down the road, you just need to see the roos right in front of you. So that's the front of the rig. You can see the twin aerials there. One of them is a UHF, that one there is a UHF, and that one is an iPhone 4S phone booster, which you can probably tell I don't use because I don't have an iPhone 4 and nobody does. So right now that aerial is just there for the looks, and it does look very nice. So that's why it's staying there, but yeah, not in use. Rightio, now I'll move to the drivetrain setup and the wheels. It has been lifted. That was one of the mods I did. I put in superior engineering, remote res, shocks and coils with a 2-inch lift. It's a very, very nice suspension kit. All 4 wheels are the same obviously, and then new rims, still the same rim diameter. It's still a 16-inch rim, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 16-inch rim, and it's a 33-inch tyre, which is bigger than the standard. The standard for these cars is a 31-inch, so slightly bigger tyre, same size rim, but it just gives it a more chunkier feel. And with the lift kit, I reckon it gives it a lot better proportion as well. And especially if you've got a heap of weight in the back like I do, or on top, you want a lift kit and a bit of a GVM upgrade just to handle it a bit better on the road. Rightio, if we ignore that dent there and come past it around the back of the car, we can see my rear bar. I'm so happy about this rear bar, and it is actually one from the Cruiser company. They're an Australian company based down in Victoria, and they hand make all their bars in shop, fab them all up and send them out to you, and it has been a very nice rear bar. Nice and slim around the side, which is good. Gives it a nice departure angle. Still got the toe ball on, as you can see. Yeah, very, very solid rear bar. 2 jerry cans could fit there obviously, and then your spare tyre. And that just opens up with these hinges. Pull them out, flick that up, and just pull, and that just opens by itself. Got a gas strut there and sticks open like that. Easy as. That's all it is, a Cruiser company the Cruiser company, sorry, rear bar, and yeah, that's all opened up just like that. Now we come to my camping setup. So in the very back here, I've got the tailgate style, opens up, opens down, and there you can see my ARV fridge and my Dobinsons drawers. So the fridge I bought secondhand off Marketplace. It's a fairly big one. Can't remember exactly how big it is, but it is more than enough for what I need. It goes all the way to the end of the drawers, so that whole side pretty much is taken up by the fridge. I might downgrade in the future, but for now it's been great. And then the drawers, two Dobinsons drawers, really good quality drawers as well. I love them. I've had them for a while, and yeah, no rattles or anything. Very solid, no issues with them, whatever. I've got 4-wheel drive recovery gear in this side, and then in this left-hand one is all my kitchen stuff and all my, more camping gear. So that works really well having that there. And the tailgate's kind of like a kitchen bench top as well. So yeah, it works really nicely. In this wing, I've got the wing kits as well for these drawers. And in this left-hand wing, this is where I store my air compressor. So I've got an XTM air compressor in there, a bit of rope just in case, but yeah, air compressor which I can pull out, and it's just got alligator clamps for the battery, plug them in and away she goes. Nice little spot to keep it tucked away in the wing, so that works really well. And then in this side is my 12-volt setup, I guess you could say. It's just a few switches. I've got a USB outlet, I've got a cigarette outlet as well. It's tucked away nicely. And in here you'll see all the wiring. So all it is pretty well is just a little terminal strip. It's kind of hard to see. I'll try to get in there a bit better. It's just a terminal strip pretty well. This cable here comes from the engine bay, from the second battery, and it just goes into this terminal strip. And all these wires for the switches are just come out of this. Just come out of this terminal box. So it's tucked away in there nicely. It looks a bit messy like that. I will have to clean it up soon, but it works for now. And yeah, that just gives me power to these switches and the outlets. Now these switches, these two, do nothing at the moment. They aren't wired into anything. It will eventually be my air compressor when I hardwire it, but for now, they don't do anything. And this left one does a light. And if you have a look up here on the tailgate, I've got a light. It doesn't work from here on just because it's old and probably needs replacing, but yeah, that's my light. And it's a HardKorr strip light with the white and amber modes. And to change the colors, it's just this little controller in here. Yeah, you got different modes. You got, if I turn them on, I can change it just to a white, and you can see up there it's going white, different warmer white and amber. So that's just tucked away nicely in there for whenever I need it, and then just turns it all off with that switch. So that's pretty nice. I will also mention, in my awning, I've got lights in the awning built in and a cable tucked in the back here. So when I take the awning out, I just roll the cable down and it plugs into this cigarette outlet in here. And that turns the lights on. There's a separate little controller like you saw before, exactly the same as that, just sits up here usually, and just turn the lights in the awning on, off, amber, white, whatever. So that works out pretty well having that system there. And it's small enough I can close it all up, have the tailgate closed, and the cable can still go out to the awning, no worries. So yeah, that is the back setup and I guess the camping side of the Landcruiser. So yeah, obviously this side of the car is the exact same as the other side, but just reflected, I guess. At the top here you can see I've got an XTM 270-degree awning, which comes around the side and folds around the back nicely. The tailgate does not interrupt the awning. It can open all the way and the awning comes out and sits above it. So that's fine, they don't really interact too badly, which is perfect. I have the OCAM alloy cage roof rack on the top as well, which I've done a review on. You can check out whenever you feel like it. Pretty solid roof rack. Yeah, worked great for me over the few years I've had it on. Got a few Max tracks up there just tied down with an Atlas strap, and then got a KickAss 260 watt solar panel, which is, you know, massive. Probably too big for what I need, but you know, I'm not complaining. Inside the car here is pretty much stock, nothing fancy. Aftermarket head unit, which was in when I bought it. But yeah, apart from that, it's all a normal 105 Series Landcruiser. The UHF is mounted on the passenger side, on the side of the, I guess, center console bit. That was already there when I bought it. I didn't install it, but it's in a pretty nice spot. You can easily reach it from the driver's seat to grab it and change the controls. So I reckon that's a good spot for them. Yeah, there are limited spots in these rigs for UHF, but there works pretty well. And then if you go online to Will's Landcruiser's mods, he makes these little panels that just pop out. You can see the stock panel looks kind of like that. And this is one of his 3D printed ones that just pops out. That just slides in there like that. Pretty seamless. And your UHF handpiece just slots in there like that, and it holds it pretty stable. Very nice, used it so much, and yeah, it solves another problem of where does the handpiece go. So yeah, really nice setup for a UHF in a cruiser. On the side there with one of those mounts. Rightio, so here is the 1HZ engine, famous for being slow and reliable. So, you know, being a great engine though. Dual batteries from stock, which is nice. I do have a DCDC charger. It's a RedArc one, just a RedArc Classic. It's a 25 amp one. So that just goes between both batteries and just regulates how they charge, and also with the solar coming in on the top, it'll just regulate all that and keeps this second battery nice and charged for my fridge and everything like that. But yeah, pretty simple, which is what you want out in Australia. Less can go wrong. You will also notice on the windscreen a nod to the great Russell Coight, who was the first all-Aussie adventurer, and you know, he's just paved the way for us future explorers in Australia, showing us how to survive in the outback. And yeah, it's just amazing to see what he's done for the industry that we're in. Rightio, so that is the rundown on my 105 Series Landcruiser. It's been an awesome rig, and with a few little mods like I've just showed you, it has made it so much better off-road and just around the campsite. So yeah, if you have any more questions about anything you've seen, any of the mods, hit me up in the comment section and I'll get back to you ASAP. I will be doing reviews on all the other features like the rear bar, the awning, a few things like that. So keep an eye out on the channel for them. Hit subscribe as well so you don't miss out. That's the easiest way to keep track of them all. And yeah, thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch you later on Bushbound.